Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now today I thought I would do a post-build review of a kit I built recently, which is this, the Tamiya 172 North American P-51D Mustang. Now I've never built a Mustang before, so this was my first kit. I do have a few Mustangs in the stash, but I figured, well, let's start off with a simple kit, and it's a Tamiya, so it should go together, right? Well, that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be my review of this kit. I consider myself to be an average modeler, so that's how I'm approaching this post-build review. I'm not an expert in any sense of the fashion. So, what's the kit like? Well, let me show you the finished product first of all. Here it is. And it's one that I'm quite happy with actually, because I did use this as a test piece for a metallic finish, because I did it once before with a MIG. It was an Edward MIG. And I'll put a picture up on the screen. As you can see, it's a very flat finish, just doesn't look quite right, and that's because I did a metal finish over a matte primer, which of course, if you know anything about modelling, I did say I'm an average modeler, is not right. So I primed it with, I think it was UMP's, it was meant to be gloss black, but it actually came out matte for some reason, so it's obviously something wrong with the paint. And then I put a gloss coat over it, which was AK Gauzy. And then over the top of that, I used Extreme Metal, this one, the AK Extreme Metal Aluminium. Did several light coats. I think I did it at around about 10 to 15 PSI through my Iwata Revolution 0.5mm, and I'm quite happy how it came out actually. This has got a few gloss coats on top of it, so it has taken a little bit of the metallic finish away. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased with the result. As I said, it was kind of a test piece, so I wasn't really building this with a view to make it the best kit I possibly could, which is maybe the wrong way to approach model making, but that's just me. Sometimes I am limited on time, but I wanted to get a Mustang built for the display cabinet, so here it is. Any issues while building? No, actually, and it's a Tamiya kit, so as you can imagine, it goes together really, really nicely. It's very simple. I think it has 2 sprues. It's got one main sprue and then one sprue which has got the drop tanks on, which I didn't put on. I just wanted to kind of build this as quickly as possible, and I think I did it in about a week, just doing sort of evenings. The only kind of bit that caught me out, and I completely missed it, so like I said, average modeler, is the bit under here. Is kind of like the, I don't know what you call it, oil cooler or whatever. So that little scoop there, I couldn't quite get a file in there to file the seam away. Now, had I had some plasticard or milliput or something, I probably would have put that in there. A piece of plasticard, just cut it out to the shape. I think that would have looked better. So but we live and learn, don't we? So it's all about learning. I did put a photo etch cockpit in. I don't know if you can see. I bought the Edward photo etch set. So you got the seat belts and full. I don't know if you're able to see that on camera, but full instruments and stuff. I'll put some pictures up of the build when I was doing it. Yeah, I'm really happy how it came out. So we'll quickly have a look at the instructions, just so you can see just how simple it is. And actually, my main goal for this kit really was to try and build it as close as possible as I could to the model on the box, because as a kid, when I used to see these kits in the shop, they'd be, the promise of this kit, even though I didn't have the skill to do it. So I've always wanted to get it kind of close, and I'm quite happy that I think I got it reasonably close. I wouldn't say it's exact, but anyway, I digress. Oh yeah, there's a couple of different options, and I chose PT Second, which was 352nd Fighter Group. John C. Mayer was the pilot. So as I said, 2 sprues. Obviously I've used all the sprues, but this will just give you a basic idea of what it's like. So there's one sprue, that's the main sprue, and then this one just had the drop tanks and something. I can't remember what else it had on it, but yeah, nice plastic, no horrible seam lines or anything. It was pretty easy to put together. Instructions, very usual to me, if I'm honest. Very easy to follow, very simple. And it comes together really, really quickly and really, really nicely. I used canopy masks from Edward, and the decals, I don't like Tamiya decals. I make no bones about it. I just don't like how they sit on a model. I have had them work okay, but so I bought these eagle cowls, identical to the version I wanted to build, PT2nd. You do get some nice colour pictures of the aircraft that eagle cowls you can build. So the nose on the aircraft, I used Tamiya vinyl tape to get this shape, which is not quite right on that side, but it's better on that side. You know, I got it fairly close, but not quite 100%. Yeah, I bought photo extras, I said, which some of it is here. As you can see, I didn't use much of it because I just thought that looks really blooming fiddly, and it will just probably end up in the carpet awaiting to embed itself in one of my toes, so I just decided not to. I tried putting the wires in the wheel bay, but failed miserably, so I just didn't bother. And there's some of the rest, and I didn't use these ones. I just thought, well, you're not going to see it anyway, so, you know. And it was mainly, the whole build really was about the metal finish. That's what I wanted to do, and try and recreate the picture on the box, and I think I did okay. Yeah, not amazingly, but okay. So I used this one as well, Dura aluminium, easy for you to say, and that was just on the gun bays, and I used steel over here at the back and a couple of other panels here and there. Yeah, I would highly recommend this kit. I think it's a great little kit for anybody who likes the subject matter, which is Mustangs, and it builds into a not overly detailed but quite a pleasing kit to stick in your display shelf or your cabinet or whatever. But yeah, that really is it. As I said, no real sticking points other than just be careful of that little bit there. Sand that out properly, unlike me. The nose I actually painted with Vallejo Model Air because I didn't have the right colours in any other brand, and I used French blue and light blue, and I think the mix was 12 drops of French blue and 3 of light blue. So hopefully this has been of some help, but I highly recommend this kit. As I said, not overly detailed, but it's got some nice panel lines, and turns into a nice piece at the end of it all. So with that in mind, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to do a few post-build reviews actually, because after the debacle of my Airfix Spitfire Mark 5C, which I'll talk about once I finish building it, I think it might be useful for people to hear from like normal modelers how a kit is. Is it good? Is it worth buying or not? This one is definitely worth buying, especially for the cost. It's like £10 I think in the UK, and I will do other kit reviews after I've built them, show you any snags, any issues, and I can say whether or not I think it would be worth buying. Obviously, depending on your skill level, you can always fix issues, but it just depends how much time you've got. If you want to sit there forever and a day sanding and filling and sanding and filling, this one didn't really need any sanding or filling too much. That should just about cover it. But if you have any questions at all, fire them down in the comments section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy modelling, and I'll see you later.